Hello! This afternoon, we will be learning something very important, not just among those non-pregnant, but also among those who are pregnant who are in previous cesarean section. Welcome back to my channel. I am Dr. Maria Shiriel Armero, and today we will be discussing about previous cesarean section, its myth or fact. Is it a myth or fact? Once a CS, always a CS. Hi, I am Dr. Shi Armero, and you are watching Doc Shi TV, your way of life. Today, we are going to answer frequently asked questions on previous cesarean section. Doc, may chance pa kaya akong maka-normal? Or in other words, technically speaking, do you have a chance to do a trial of labor after cesarean section? In short, TOLAC. Before I answer your question, let me ask you back. Bakit ka nga ba na CS? What was this reason why na CS ka? So I have listed here reasons and indications to do cesarean section. Number 1, cephalopelvic disproportion or dystocia. Doktora, hindi ko maintindihan, masyadong medical. Or in other words, masyadong malaki si baby para makadaan sa puwerta. Or masyadong tight o masyadong maliit, masikip yung puwerta. Number 2, malpresentation. Kung breech si baby, kung transverse lie si baby, yon. Hindi yun pwedeng maka-normal kung kaya't na cesarean section ka. Third, fetal distress. Yung heartbeat ni baby, hindi maganda during labor. Or others used to tell me, Doc, nag-cord coil. Because the cord coiling is usually presented as fetal distress. Or yung heartbeat ni baby bumababa. Kaya hindi ka nakapag-normal at na-cesarean section ka. Maternal complications, pwede ding because of severe hypertension at kahit anong gawin nila para maka-deliver ka vaginally at hindi ka nag-respond at hindi na maganda yung status ni mommy or status mo, kaya't na-cesarean section ka. Pwede ding yung placenta mo nauna. So hindi ka din pwedeng maka-vaginal delivery kung kaya't na-cesarean section ka. So those are just a few of the indications. Again, masyadong malaki si baby, hindi yung ulo yung nauna, hindi maganda yung heartbeat, or may maternal complications such as hypertension, o di kaya't yung placenta niya, or ang placenta ay hindi located high-lying, naka-placenta previa. Tanong, Dok, sakit na kaayo, ECS na ko, or in Tagalog, Doktora, masyadong na masakit, pwede bang i-cesarean section mo na ako? Is this an indication para ma-cesarean section ka? Ang sagot, hindi. Hindi indication ang masyadong masakit na labor para i-cesarean section ka. Hindi pwedeng ganon. Ang labor, masakit talaga yon. So, dapat paghandaan na natin ang ating sarili na oo, masakit ang labor at hindi ako isi-CS ni Dr. Armero dahil lang sabi ko sa kanya masakit na masyado. Okay? So, sino nga ba ang pwede maka-normal or maka-trial of labor after cesarean section? Sabihin natin trial kasi hindi pa sure kung ikaw nga ba talaga ay makapag-normal delivery. Okay, so ito ay factors that influence successful trial of labor after cesarean section. Konti lang ito, so mabilis mong matandaan. Number 1, transverse uterine incision. Huwag mong tingnan ang tiyan mo. Hindi siya uterus ang tiyan. Okay? Yung anterior abdomen, hindi siya yung titingnan natin. Kasi may iba naka-bikini cut, may iba naman naka-midline. Yung titingnan natin is the uterine incision. Yun yung nasa loob. Okay? So, paano natin malalaman kung what type of incision do we have? It's written in your operative record, yung papel na galing sa ospital, kung saan ka na CS, doon nakalagay kung anong klaseng incision na meron ka. Kung ang incision mo sa uterus ay transverse, nakaganon. So there is higher chance of success for trial of labor after cesarean section. Second, kung naka-vaginal delivery ka na previously, so mas higher ang chance mo na maka-vaginal delivery ka ulit kahit nagka-one cesarean section ka na. Third, nag-labor ka spontaneously. So pag ganun, wala na kaming magagawa at mag-deliver na tayo vaginally. And lastly, non-recurring indication, 'di ba na intro ko na yung common indications for cesarean section. Pag yun paulit-ulit, chances of success low. Pag hindi na naulit yung indication na yon, so higher chance na maging successful ang trial of labor after cesarean section. Example, Doktora, ang previous indication ko, hindi maganda yung heartbeat ni baby. Hopefully this time, pag okay yung heartbeat ni baby, makakapag-TOLAC tayo. Pero kung nagka-disproportion or nagka-dystocia, cephalopelvic disproportion, kasi masyadong malaki si baby at masyadong maliit yung dadaanan, hindi na yan ma-change. Yung dadaanan, ganun pa din yun. Hindi na yun maiiba kahit ilang beses ka pang magbuntis. So, pag yun ang indication mo sa first cesarean section mo, ang chances, ganon, low. Because hindi na siya mag-change. Yung anatomy mo, hindi na mag-change. It will not change. Okay? How about factors that influence failure of TOLAC? So, tignan mo kung meron ka nito. Pag meron ka nito, higher chance na hindi maging successful ang trial of labor after cesarean section. Number 1, si baby masyado nang malaki. Is too big. Okay? That's number 1. Makikita mo yan. O yung tiyan mo masyado nang malaki. O you will know already. Number 2, pag si mommy medyo malaki. According to studies, the higher the BMI, the lesser chance of success. O kung breech, o syempre, CS ka na nga sa first because of malpresentation, o nag-recur, malpresentation pa din, breech pa din. So, failure is higher. O twins. Pag twins, yung current pregnancy mo ngayon, lalo, the chance of failure is higher. Ito naman. Nag-decide ka na, gustong-gusto kong mag-TOLAC do. Hang nag-40 weeks ka na, hindi ka pa din nag-labor. So, the chances of failure too high. So, pag 40 weeks, diba, due date mo na yon at hindi ka pa din nag-labor. So, it's a sign na mag-fail ang TOLAC mo. Number 6, classical incision. Ito yung incision na opposite nung transverse. Si classical pag ganun. Pero again, sa uterus, wag sa tiyan, wag sa tummy. Hindi sa tummy titignan yung incision. Si classical incision is the incision you do in the uterus. Short inter-delivery interval, meaning, nung nanganak ka sa itong CS mo, yung bagong CS mo, to panganganak sa bagong itong pinagbubuntis mo is short. According to studies, if less than 6 months, the higher chance of failure. Or may 18 months naman. So pag the higher the inter-delivery interval, meaning yung gap ng pregnancy mo, more success. But pag masyadong close to each other, the lesser success of TOLAC. Okay? Okay. Pag may obstetrical contraindication sa present pregnancy mo ngayon, placenta previa pa. O sige, kunwari, breach in the previous, kaya ka na CS. Tapos ngayon, nung pregnancy mo ngayon, gusto mo mag-TOLAC, pero nung nag-ultrasound, placenta previa. So, hindi yun pwede. Kasi obstetric contraindication iyon. Okay? And lastly, pag ikaw ayaw mong mag-trial of labor, syempre, hindi ka namin pipilitin. Mag-repeat cesarean section tayo or elective repeat cesarean delivery, ERCD. Now, next question. Ano ang mga komplikasyon kung ikaw ay previous cesarean section? At anong pwedeng gawin upang ito'y maiwasan? So, I have listed here the common complications and comparing trial of labor and elective, yung sineschedule. Nag-schedule tayo ng repeat cesarean section. So, let's see if may kaibahan ba with the complication whether you choose TOLAC or trial of labor after cesarean or elective repeat cesarean section yung nakaschedule. Uterine rupture, the same. Pareho sila. Now, yung uterine rupture, yung pumuputok yung matres. Okay? Yun, may chance. Pero maliit lang. Blood transfusion. Sa TOLAC, meron but questionable. Meaning, pag naging successful TOLAC ka, pag naging successful TOLAC ka, chances of blood transfusion, hindi naman ganon ka-obvious o hindi ganun siya ka-always na nagta-transfuse talaga. While for elective repeat cesarean section, the chances high. Why? Because bleeding is more kasi nag-open ulit. Kasi hindi natin alam kung may mga adhesions dyan o hindi maganda yung previous na closure or healing ng wound mo on the first cesarean section. So, mag-bleed ka nga talaga. So, yun, blood transfusion becomes higher. Third is hysterectomy or yung tinatanggal yung matres because nga of uncontrolled bleeding. There is risk in TOLAC. However, there is higher risk in elective repeat cesarean section. Ibig sabihin, kahit saan sa kanila, there are really complications that you can see. But saan ba ang lesser? Saan ba ang safer for you? So, successful TOLAC, or if you become successful with your trial of labor after cesarean section, or we call it now, kasi di ba successful now, we call it now vaginal birth after cesarean. This translates to a lesser hospital cost and faster recovery time. Meaning, mas mabilis kang makakauwi sa bahay kasi nga, di ba ka, naging vaginal yung delivery mo. At of course, second, you will not pay for the anesthesiologist kasi hindi ka na-operahan, di ba? Yehey, na-vaginal ka. Now, pero, if nag-fail ang TOLAC mo, all these complications or all these risks increase fivefold. So, mag-multiply siya by fivefold. Mag-multiply 5 times. Because of that, kailangan nating i-weigh. And because of that, we need to communicate well with our obstetrician. Kasi they know better and they can guide us better. So, again, weigh your options. Know your complications. Ano bang factors na meron ka that can influence success? Ano bang factors na meron ka that can influence failure of trial of labor after cesarean section? So, anong solution? Ang hirap pagtimbangin, doktora. So, solution natin, avoid cesarean section in the prior pregnancy. As much as possible, huwag tayong magpa-cesarean section. Mag-push ka, mami. Pag almost about to give birth na, control na your food para hindi masyadong malaki si baby. Mag-breathing exercises ka na para yung stamina mo maganda. Because may factors of 3 Ps. Passage, power, and passenger. Pag ang power ni mommy hindi masyadong maganda, na-affected ang labor. Pag ang passage masyadong masikip, of course, hindi magpo-progress yung labor. At third, pag ang passenger o yung dadaan, si baby masyadong malaki, of course, hindi din magpo-progress yung labor. So, i-address natin itong 3 Ps. Again, ano yon? Power, the mother, passage, yung dadaanan, at yung passenger, o si baby. Now, doktora, na-CS na nga ako, anong kailangan kong paghandaan sa susunod na panganganak? Wala na, doktora, na-CS na talaga. So, what are the things we need to prepare? So, number 1, get your operative record. Dun kung saan ka na cesarean, hingin mo yan sa medical records. Meron silang record yan if wala ka yan. If hindi nabigay sa'yo before ng discharge, hingin mo sa, medical record section. Meron sila yan. Makikita mo doon anong incision mo, whether classical or transverse, bakit ka nga ba na CS, para pag mag-prenatal ka na, mapakita mo yan sa obstetrician mo. So start prenatal early kasi high risk ka because of your previous delivery. So you start your prenatal early. And so you plan ahead of the possibility or chance of vaginal birth after cesarean. So be honest with your obstetrician, doktora. I really would want to deliver vaginal birth after cesarean. Can you help me weigh things for me para naman may direction yung pagplan namin of this current pregnancy. And very important ito, ha? Not just plan ahead with your obstetrician, you choose a hospital that can readily respond to emergency situation, meaning yung mga lying in, hindi na yun siya part of the choices natin because high risk ka nga. And besides, hindi ka rin nila tatanggapin pag high risk ka. So, you choose a hospital that can respond to emergency situation. Yung mga tertiary hospital na capable of cesarean section in case of emergency. Dapat may obstetrician in duty, may pediatrician na tatanggap kay baby. Kung waris, God forbid lang talaga may complications kay baby. At of course, hindi pwedeng magka-cesarean section na walang anesthesiologist. Kailangan may anesthesiologist. Number 5, revisit plan of delivery regularly. Kahit sabihin natin, oo, gusto natin mag-TOLAC, trial of labor after cesarean. But as you go on with your prenatal, you revisit it regularly. Doktora, at this point ba, may chance pa din ba akong trial of labor after cesarean section? Because along the way of the prenatal, there are several factors that we also need to consider. And lastly, kung ikaw ay previous cesarean section, bago ka magbuntis ulit, you choose a fitting spacing method for you and for your partner after delivery. Kasi nga, one of the success factors is yung interdelivery interval na far from each other or yung long interdelivery interval. So it is important na hindi magkasunod masyado yung pregnancy mo, especially kung previous cesarean section ka. Okay. So, I hope may na-learn kayo. Before I end, let's answer the intro slide. Whether once a CS, always a CS. Hopefully, may sagot na lahat at tama. Okay? Is this a myth or a fact? It's a myth. It's a myth na once CS, always a CS. Kasi, di ba, may chance tayo na mag-vaginal through trial of labor after cesarean section. Only if ma-weigh natin yung options, makapagplano ahead. Because again, there are a lot of benefits if we become successful, if we have vaginal birth after cesarean section. So, once again, I am Dr. Shi Armero, and you are watching Doc Shi TV, your way of life. If you believe that you have learned a lot in this video and wish for others to learn with you as well, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe in our channel, Doc Shi TV. Bye!